Barak, Yahweh, Alam, Shalom, planet Earth. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. Have you ever been upset over a blessing or stressed out over a blessing? Imagine that, being upset or stressed out because someone looked out for you or because something that was going to harm you or infecting you a negative way get taken away from you. Sometimes we don't know better, and the things that get taken away from us, we are upset because we are attached to those things. We like those things. We made covenant with those things. We bonded with those things. But if those things don't get taken away from us, they're going to cause us more harm than good. A quick story. I remember there was two twins. This, I like to speak parables like Messiah to give y'all an example. He's the king. He's our example how to do things. But there was two twins, born of the same mother, the same daddy. One came out just 10 minutes before the other. They was the same size, had the same hair texture, same skin tone, identical twins, look just alike. Two male boys. As parents do, or as babies have, pacifiers when they're growing up. And the mother went to take away the pacifiers from the boys because it was time for them to wean off the pacifier. They had it long enough. They was getting up in age. Both of them started having teeth, growing teeth. And she knew it wasn't good for them to continue to suck on that pacifier. So she took the pacifier away. And as most kids do, they cry because they are used to that pacifier. They desire that pacifier. They win everywhere with that pacifier. They don't feel the same without it. Well, one of the twins had such a fit, cried so much. The other twin, he cried and cried and cried, but after a while, he moved on and he forgot about the pacifier. But the other twin could not forget about the pacifier. He couldn't cry. He wouldn't eat. It was a mess. And the mother nor the daddy didn't know what else to do but to give in to the child and get him the pacifier back. Well, these two young men grew up, and both of the twins, like I said, they look alike, but when they all grew up, they had two major different things about them. The twin that gave up his pacifier had regular teeth, but the twin that did not give up his pacifier, he had buck teeth. Due to sucking on that pacifier, the force of him continue sucking and sucking made his teeth pull forward instead of be straight. And they wasn't just a little buck teeth. I mean, they was a major defect, a flaw to him. And that's just a little story about how if you don't let things go or be willing to let things go that you're attached to, how later on you can wish that you would have let them things go because they're going to benefit you in a way that you're not happy. And down the long run, using them things, they're not going to be there with you anyway. After he was all grown up, he was a grown man. He didn't want or need a pacifier no more. But for all them years of him not being willing to give up the pacifier when it was time, even though that pacifier was useless to him now, because he didn't give it up when it was time, he had buck teeth. So that's just a small example how certain things can be taken away from us. And we can be immature and not understand and be hurt. And that his parents was doing the right thing, but he couldn't see that. And sometimes the Most High, that's how he do. He take things from us, people from us that we are attached to, that we grew up with. Some of these people we grew up with since we were children. Some of these people are our family members. Some of these people have been through moments that, only them and us know about. They kept secrets from us. We starved together, we struggled together, we fought together, we laughed together, we cried together. But at the same time, these people, it's not, it's only in your life for a season. They cannot go on with you. And you will not let these people go, or it can be weed. I remember I used to smoke weed. And there's a time and a place for everything. Maybe back then it was necessary for me to smoke weed. But now once I matured and I knew how to control my emotions, I don't need weed to calm me down no more. That's Mickey Way. And there are certain things that sorry about that. Boy. Anyway. But letting these things go, they can be painful and they can be hard. But we gotta know that it's beneficial for us. And I'm gonna start at John 15 and I'm gonna read down to verse 2. And this is what the Most High showed me in this verse. Verse 15. This is Mashiach talking. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Verse 2. Every branch in me that bears not fruits, he is taken away. And every branch that bears fruit, he is purged, that it may bring forth more fruits. Wait a minute. So those who don't produce fruits, the Most High said He gonna take them away. They're not gonna be a part of His vine. Those branches are gonna be taken away. Remember in the apostles wrote about the grafting in and the ungrafting in, and how the Gentiles should not boast because they branch been drafted in, because the other branch been taken out for unbelief. And belief is one of the ways we bear fruits. Through our faith, we have faith in acting on the things that we are commanded, and we bear fruits. But there's something comes with bearing fruits. There's something come with being that branch that's a part of that vine, which is Yahweh. He said he will purge it, that you may bring forth more fruits. So you must see yourself increasing. It's no such thing as being in the Messiah and not increasing. And I'm not talking about money. You know, the wicked church make everything about money. I'm talking about increasing in joy, increasing in knowledge of how to deal with things, increasing more how to be patient. You see yourself being more patient. You see yourself being more understanding. You see yourself being more loving. You see yourself knowing how to reason with people more that may not see the way you see when it comes to the gospel, when it comes to uh, you preaching the gospel or teaching the gospel or sharing the gospel. Usually you are fussing, getting debates with people that don't see or agree with you. But now you know how to not let the things get to you. You know how to be wise and clever enough to have that zeal with understanding to be able to edify them and not debate them. This is the increase he's talking about. You be able to do more good works. Instead of making more money, you stop buying foolish stuff so you can have more money to buy things you need or to help people out when you need. This is what he's saying when he's saying have life and have it more abundantly, when you can really enjoy life more and see it for what it is, when you're going to get caught up in the BS like you used to. Bearing more fruits, becoming more fruitful, becoming more and more what somebody can look up to and you can be more of an inspiration. Instead of letting people down all the time, you find yourself keeping your word, being more fruitful. But a lot of times, before you can become more fruitful, there's a process that we all must understand, that we all gonna go through, whether you like it or not. And it's that purge. And what is purge? Purge is taking something from you by force. Let me hold up. Let me see if I got that right. Let's look up purge, y'all. Let's see what purge is. Read someone or something of a unwanted quality, condition, or feeling. To read. Remove a group of people considering undesired from an organization or place in a absurd or violent way. Get rid of, remove, clean out. So it says to remove them in a abrupt or violent way. Or other way to forcibly remove someone. Let's look at it a little bit down here. Physically remove or expel someone completely. So basically, the purge is to physically, forcibly, violent, take something or remove a person or something from you. Sometimes you can be forcibly removed from an organization. Raise your hand. How many of y'all got forcibly, violent were rudely kicked out of church. I know when I came of the truth and I steady wanted to go to the church, I couldn't just sit there and listen to the pastor, not open the Bible one time, but just talk and then say, we gonna come around, give tithes, give us your money, or you gonna rob God if you don't give us your money, and give us them feel good messages. I couldn't do it. I wanted to fellowship with these people, and I wanted to be, so unquote, with people that believe. But I had that zeal and I had to speak up. I had to say, Pastor, you wrong. Well, what about this verse? What about that verse? And when the pastor got baffled and couldn't answer it wasn't just him. The church people's mad at me. Why you coming at pastor like that? He's a good person. Knowledge, all knowledge ain't good. You think you know more than the pastor. No, the pastor think he know more than the word. I don't think I know nothing. I'm telling you what the Bible say. But they will remove you from the church, tell you not to come back. And sometimes we'll get in our feelings, but that's a good thing because we can't grow there. We don't belong there. That's not a space where we can grow, where we can bear fruits. But another example of being purged, I don't know too much about gardening, and I'm gonna learn. Uh, but one of the things I know a little bit, but not that much. But I definitely need to learn about gardening more. But one of the things that those who have plants, they do this thing they call pruning. It's the same thing as purging. Sometimes it's called purging, but the more known name for it is pruning. And if they see they'll have a plant growing up and they'll watch the plants and they'll cut all the weeds from around it. And all the things that'll grow up, they'll choke the plant and keep the plant from growing. They'll cut it from around it. And then the plant itself, it'll grow and a leaf may get a dead spot on it, what they call a dead head, or a spot on a leaf that's brown. And if you leave that spot on that leaf, that dead spot will spread and spread and kill the whole leaf and eventually kill the whole plant if you don't purge that dead thing and cut that dead thing out. So they'll literally watch their plants to see if any dead heads come up or any dead spots come in the plant, and they'll just cut it out. And if they don't cut it out, it'll kill the whole plant. It always it's kind of remind me of the scripture when Mashiach said, "Let the dead bury the dead." When he said, I want to follow you, but let me go bury, my dead. He said, "Let the dead bury the dead." He's already dead, and the people that's going to bury him is dead because they not with me. They not walking in the spirit. They walking in the express. You come with me where there's living water, where there's living bread. Sometimes we can be around dead people, around dead things, dead circumstances, a dead job, a dead relationship, a dead old friend. And we can't see it because we steady growing. And the Most High said he's not going to be able to bear more fruits because these things and people that's in his life is going to hinder him. It's going to grow and it's going to kill him. It's going to stop you from being fruitful. Keep hanging out with that friend and think you can grow. Yeah, you going to the Bible studies and you praising the Most High. Your friend coming over and it's not too much interfering now with your belief. But after a while, your friend gonna say, "Let's go here, let's go there," and you gonna say no at first. But then your friend gonna come back talk about all the fun you had, and how so-and-so was talking about you and so-and-so wanted to see you, and then you say, well, I'm righteous, I can go, but I ain't gotta be indulged with this and that. And you end up going to one of the parties, and then two of the parties, and then you getting drinking before you know it. You missing your prayers meeting. You're not praying as much, you're not fasting as much, you're not seeking the Father as much. And that one little dead spot has grown and it's about to kill you, and you about to become a whole dead person again when the Father done made you alive. Now you're not thinking about giving to the poor as much. You had a dead job. The job got you so stressed out. It ain't paying enough, but you still holding on to it because you not trusting the Most High. Most High said, I'm gonna have to let something happen where they be violent, physically, abruptly removed from this place. And you thinking, oh, it's all, the Most High against you. You upset, thinking you having bad luck because you and your friend flat out, or the job fired you, or something happened and you can't come around these people no more, or that people no more. Not understanding when you really in the Most High, that for you to bear more fruits, He gonna purge you. He gonna cut them dead things from you, or them things gonna cause you to backslide. Things gonna cause you to be so bound up and worried. If a job keeping you so worried and stressed out that you can't see the blessing the Most High give you, that you can't enjoy life, that's a dead thing that the Most High may need to purge from you. And look what He said. He said He would do the purging. It won't be you. So a lot of these things we try to hold on to. Hold on to a job, a friendship. Hold on to family members. And that don't mean when you let you, that don't mean you disrespect or not show love or not come around and visit. But that means you just don't deal with them in that manner where they gonna interfere and influence you as they did in the past. Instead of you hanging around them every week, you might need to back down and just come around them every 4 or 5 months. Call them every 2 weeks instead of every day. And you still reaching out and being a friend, but you're not letting them be a part of your life where they can be attached to you because they're dead and cause you to die because they don't believe. Especially if they don't believe and don't want to hear the word. But just keep praying. Just keep seeking the Most High. And if you truly of that branch, it's funny how, I heard this testimony so many times, but people say, I pray that the Most High will remove people from my life that's not supposed to be there. And the next thing they know, they start falling out with best friends and people start leaving their life. A lot of people have that testimony. And that's my testimony also too. Praying to the Most High to say, let people leave my life that's hindering me. And I know who hindering me, but I just figured, they just not, their belief just not their belief is not my belief. We still cool, we still get along, they fun. They just, they just not on what I'm on. But we still can be friends, they still come around, we still have a good time. Last thing you know, the Most High like, nope, they gotta go. And that's why a lot of times in this walk, you will find yourself being lonely and not having quote unquote friends. Where those people were really not your friends anyway. They were just associates, people you got high and drunk with, people you party with, people you gospel with. Because, I tell you the truth, if you didn't have nothing to gospel about, didn't have nothing to smoke, nothing to drink, y'all wouldn't have nothing in common. Y'all wouldn't have nothing to talk about. It'll be just blank. But nevertheless, we find ourselves in that position because there is more wicked than righteousness in this world. Scripture said there's only a few that finds life. And if you able to find that friend, that companion, that love the Most High with all their heart, mind, body, and soul, that they always talking about them, that they don't mind being corrected and rebuked, that out of love they rebuke you, and praise the Most High for it. Because that's somebody that the Most High bless you with in your life, that both of y'all can strengthen each other in the faith. Both of y'all can enjoy the experience of being with somebody like-minded. But a lot of times there's not many people that's like that. And there's a lot of people out there, remind me of Elijah when Elijah said, man, I'm the only one. And the Father said, I got 2,000 that has not bowed down to Baal. So there's many people out there. Spread it out. Some of y'all listen to my voice. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the world. And we can fellowship in ways like that. But usually just in your city, in your community, nah. It's not, we don't got it like that. This is not, this is, if it was like that, the Bible would not be true. But nevertheless, just out of those two virtues, the Most High just brought that to my attention, made me realize that because there was an issue in my life where I had fell out with somebody that I knew a long time. And this person, I've been, for a while, I've been trying to tell them about the Most High. And, it got to a point where I really didn't tell them about the Most High. I throw it in there every now and then. It's like they knew what I stand on and I knew what they stand for. So there's no need to, go there no more. But it just seemed like every time I mention the Most High, they'll get offended. You know what I'm saying? And, we had a big, argument. And I realized first I had to do the right thing. After we argued, I hung up. A couple of days later, I called and I apologized. And I told him while I was apologizing, I said, I got to live according to the word. The scripture said we don't hold grudges. And we forgive those. So I say, even if you apologize or not, I forgive you. And I'm asking that you forgive me. And then, I hung up. But after that, I knew that it was over. And like, we can't be friends no more. I tried to hold on to this dead stuff long enough. And every time you calling me, you talking about something that grieved my spirit, something that's not of the Most High. Some of the stuff you telling me and we talking about is putting me in an ungodly mind state. But because I knew you for so long, because we done been through some things together, because we family, I'm just happy you reaching out. I'm just happy that we got that bond. But the Most High showed me, I'm gonna have to. And when it happened, and I was reading the scripture, and I came across this, and I realized what I'm mad for. Now I won't have that hindrance. Now I won't have to worry about when that phone rang, what he gonna say now, what he gonna try to get me to do. I'm gonna have to tell him over and over, nah, no, that's not righteous. I believe in the scripture. That's not, I didn't change my life. That's not, I'm not doing that. So you can tell her no, no, sorry. No, I don't want to do this. No, I'm not doing this. And sometimes it weigh on my mind. Maybe you should just go out and have fun. Maybe the shorty he got for you ain't too bad. Most I had to cut that off quick because that dead thing was gonna end up killing me. So let's just be mindful, family, that uh in this life when we walk, the Most High will take things from us. And that purge meaning to be taken forcefully, to be physically taken away, a person or something or organization. That it may come with a falling out, a violent falling out, a violent argument. But if you know it was not righteous and was not benefiting you, then you can rejoice and know that the Father just purging you. And through that, you're going to bear more fruits. And that's what it's about, family. Bearing good fruits and more fruits. Till next time, Shalom.